It is day 9 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. It is MISC Day, and we've had a new concept sail ship released as well. Well, I say released, unveiled, which is the MISC Odyssey. I've got a dedicated video for that, so check that out. It is a competitor to Carrack, potentially. Well, it is. Let's have a little bit of a listen to some of these bad boys.
It's common knowledge that MISC builds some of the hardest working ships around. But to get that tough, a lot of thought and careful consideration had to go into even the smallest of details. To find the best panel adhesive, MISC ran over 1 million thermocycle shock tests at their R&D center. The winner alone was able to survive tens of thousands of cycles without failing. Talk about being built to last.
They're very good with glue. Good job. So we've got 3 little sub-halls, and we've got some cool stuff downstairs as well. Let's have a quick look around. So, we've got a Starfarer. That is the variant Starfarer there, though. So that's the more militaristic one. Oh, the Gemini. Durable and reliable.
Represented in almost every industry, MISC continues to create reliable, durable, and versatile ships at a variety of price points. One of their toughest tests is known affectionately as the meat grinder. Though the specifics of the test are a proprietary secret, insiders claim that the test aims to inundate the prototype ship with nearly 3 dozen adverse conditions, sometimes attacking with 3 to 4 at the same time in an effort to prove that their ship can survive the harshest of the harsh conditions.
Oh, I wonder if that will actually have tangible effect in game. Obviously, they're built to last. So they're opposite of Drake, pretty much, MISC. Extra frills. So we've got the Prospector here. If you have not gone mining before, rent a Prospector. Take it out for a bit of a mining loop. Have a bit of a mess around with it. It is solo mining. It is quite a good laugh. It's worth knowing and understanding it. There's not much in the way of reasons to use the Starfarers yet until they actually have the refueling mechanics, which are coming pretty soon. And then, obviously, we'll have deeper refining and stuff like that for it in the future too, and a bit of modularity I'm expecting. But you can use it as a solid transport at the moment, so might be worth grabbing yourself a Gemini to rent. You've got the Razors here as well. They're basically racing ships, although there's a stealth version, and then a goes very fast in a straight line version, and then a general racing version, sort of based on whatever you want. I'm going to run into one of these side halls and have a look to see what's here. So what have we got here? This is the Reliant Hall, it seems. That man was skating. Good job, man. So we've got a load of different Reliants. They're sort of like light fighter-ish high-tech ships, very multi-role. I say multi-role. They've got lots of very specific ones. I think this is the Zen, or is this the Explorer one? This is the Mako. So this is the News Van variant. I don't know what all the colours are on these ships, to be honest. I have to actually have a look at the stands. I've got the Zen there, which is the Science variant. They're all much of a muchness at the moment, though. The Tanner being just the more combat variant, which you probably want to rent. I've got the Tanner there, so it's got more weapons, basically. And then you've got the standard Reliant over there. They can change the rotation, so they can sort of like be vertical or horizontal. Some people love them. They've got a bit of an interior. Yeah, if you're into that sort of thing, great. They're seen as like second-tier starter ships. No one knows what that means. Just get a starter ship and an upgrade after that. So what do we have in this hall? It's the Freelancer Hall. So this is one of the more iconic ships for Star Citizen. Freelancers are very multi-role and suitable for like a small crew. You can run them solo if you want. We've got the MISC. I believe this is the Freelancer MISC here. So this is the missile combat variant of the Freelancer. But they've got solid cargo holds, all of them. You've got the Max here. So this is the extra large cargo one. Lots more cargo space. And then we've also got the standard Freelancer. And then the DUR here as well, which is the more exploration, longer range variant. Very useful ships, very multi-role, multifunction, and sort of competitors with the sort of cutlasses, but a bit bigger, a bit more high-tech. I prefer the cutlass because it's cheaper and sort of a bit smaller. But I love the Freelancers nonetheless. They've slowly grown in my heart, for sure. Let's take a look downstairs. So what do we have in the Holo Suite today? What are you? That's probably the Odyssey then. Because I do not recognise that ship from its outer hull. Yes, MISC Odyssey. So, accommodation for a crew of 7. I thought it was for a crew of 6. That's interesting. So maybe there's some typos and stuff, or maybe it's 6 crew and a captain. Because we've only got some of the information about the ship so far on its sort of sales page. There's a lot more that they'll have to talk about in its Q&A. But it is a large ship. It is a bit bigger than the Carrack. It has doesn't come with ships or vehicles with it, but it does have a good-sized cargo bay that can take a vehicle. It has a dedicated ship hangar that can take a larger ship than the Carrack can, and it's got capital-sized components for some of its components. It's and it's got a mining laser and a refinery, so it can sort of like be self-sustainable and just go and never come back. Ever. Doesn't need to. It can sustain itself. You have to pick up food on the way and on planets and stuff. But yeah, 6 or 7 crew. Really looking forward to it. If you want to see my dedicated video on that, please check it out. We'll talk about it more in a second anyway, when we look at the website stuff. So, and what else have we got? So we have the Endeavour here. So that is the rather large science ship. Modular. We'll actually be able to take a look at those modules in a little bit more detail on the website again. But the front can detach, the rear can be a little sort of science facility that can be entirely independent from the front, which can go off and exploring and doing other things. Really like the idea of it. I like the idea of having multiple Endeavour rear ends, which you just deploy places for reasons. Maybe growing crops and that sort of jazz. We've got the hull. Is that an A or a B? Probably an A. Is the hull A? Hull A, the smallest of the expandable MISC hull ships. Should be getting it in the not too distant future in game as well. And there's going to be a cargo overhaul next year, which will make those cargo containers very important. And then we've got the hull C here, I think. Yeah, it is. That's the hull C. I'm going to check. So the smallest containers that this can take, so the smallest containers that it can fit on it, are the 32 SU containers that you see in the shipyards, and that the Argo raft can carry 3 of. But there are going to be larger containers that these MISC hull series ships can actually carry as well. At least the hull C onwards. But yeah, let's go take a look at the website to see what else is available today. So what's available on sale on the website on this very fine MISC day on the 27th of November? So we do have that MISC Odyssey, that brand new exploration, potentially capital-sized exploration ship. It does have capital components, it seems, and it looks like it is a direct competitor for the Carrack, and we don't know how it's diversified from the Carrack, other than it is bigger and can do what seems a bit more. It looks more suitable for expedition at the moment, but I suspect there is some differences there. It is available from $625, and I think it's going to make a lot of people happy. I've got a dedicated video looking at that MISC Odyssey on my channel, so check that out if you want to know a lot more about it. We've got the Endeavour. The Endeavour is that science ship, very modular. It can have, you can see here on the picture, lots of farming biodomes, but it can be set up as a giant hospital. It can be set up for doing research and exploration and science, and it can tweak components. It can do a huge amount of different things, including finding points of interest or analysing sort of extremely far away interesting things and anomalies. So a science ship that I think is going to be quite a while before it's in game. Its front can detach off to do exploration-y things. It can leave the rear section in space to do whatever it wants to do. Is basically a floating science lab, which is entirely self-sufficient once it's deployed. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Endeavour. I've got the master set. I'm not sure if the master set's available. Actually, I can click on buying options and see, I suppose. So I'm not sure if the master... So these are all the different modules. It's got biodome. It's got that collider for tweaking components, making them potentially better. Crew pods, fuel pods, landing pod doesn't have to have it, but it can have it if you want it to be set up like a hospital. So it can have those sort of medical pods, and then the landing pods, so you can have like Cutlass Reds operating out of there, bringing people in. You've got research and science pods for different types of science gameplay. You've got telescope pod. I don't think we've got the master set available. If someone does see it, then please tell me in the comments. They've got some interesting sort of complete packs as well, with the MISC complete pack, very expensive. Praetorian complete pack, even more expensive, with a load of different ships in there. And you have to be concierge to get access to the Dominus pack. Oh, we do have the MISC Master Set available. Fantastic. That is good to know. So you can obviously buy these pods separately as well if you want. Master Set basically includes all of them. One set of each of them. So that's really useful. And the telescope pod allows you to sort of see long distance anomalies, potentially track them down. And let's go back to the actual rest of the MISC sale. But I'm very excited for the Endeavour, for sure. But I do think it's going to be a long time before it's in there. Then we've got all the freelancers. So freelancers sort of direct competition to the Argo Raft, or vice versa. And it's a very good all-round ship, focusing on freight, or that's sort of like more focused on its multi-role on freight. I've got the Der, which is the more expedition exploration version, the Max, which is the more transporty cargo-y version, and then you've got the MISC as well, which is the more combat version with apparently replenishing. So replenishing, it can load missiles during combat. It's the idea. One of the things. Got the Hull series, Hull A, very small but still expandable cargo ship. Hull B, quite a bit bigger. Hull C, quite a lot bigger than that, and going to be very common in game, very big sort of style freight there. The Hull D, getting into quite massive sort of freight, and then the Hull E, well, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous sized freight. It's also limited stock, and will be on sale again at 12 a.m. and 8 a.m. If you see this on the 27th, then hopefully you'll be able to still grab yourself one. Got the Odyssey, which is that newly revealed ship. It says $700 here, but it is available from $625. Assumedly, this is the non-Warbond version for $700. And then we've got the Prospector, single-man mining. If you want to do that, I think it's going to be a great ship for it. Lots of people say, "Oh, I want to do single-person mining. Should I buy a mole?" No, get a Prospector. It's literally for that. It's more efficient at doing single-person mining. We've got the Razor series as well. So we've got the typical Racer, and then you've got the EX, which is the stealth variant. So if you want to use like clever listening and stuff, and you've got the LX, which I think is supposed to be quicker in a straight line than the other Razor? Question mark. You've got the Reliance. I'm not a massive fan of the Reliance, but they're kind of B-wingish. They sort of can change orientation to be horizontal or vertical. Sort of high tech, half Xi'an tech, half human MISC. Sort of tech. You've got the Mako, which is a news van variant of it. I do have one, and we'll have to wait and see exactly what that news van video gameplay will actually be. We've got the Zen, which is the science version, and then you've got the Tanner, which is the light fighter version, sort of skirmisher. We've got Starfarer. Starfarer's role is evolving somewhat, though they haven't fully described exactly what's going on with it. It sounds like it's going to be a bit more modular. It's still going to be an important fuel ship, but it's going to have like modular refineries, and you can change it, the refinery, or have it more fuel or different tanks. Is it going to still be gathering? I would expect so. To what extent? Is it going to be a gas harvester? We don't know. We just need Cloud Imperium to talk to us a bit more about exactly where the Starfarer fits in and exactly what it does. Because we know that Quantanium, for example, is mineable and then turned into quantum fuel. Now, obviously, the Starfarer doesn't do that. At least that was not its original concept, to be able to mine Quantanium. But Quantanium was the thing that was made after the Starfarer, and we did expect the Starfarer to be able to get quantum fuel somehow. So we need to sort of work out what's going on with that. I got the Gemini, which is the more military version. And yeah, that's the sort of stuff from MISC Day. We've got a Razor with 10-year insurance. We've got that new Whitley's Jax McCleary video, which is pretty good. And then we've looked at the those packs already. Bam. That's it for today. And we do have tomorrow, which is going to be the Best in Show day, the start of that, I believe. It's Best in Show, is that correct? Let's just make sure that I'm not going extra crazy. Yeah, so tomorrow is Best in Show day. So we're going to see those the 400i and the Cargo Argo and stuff like that with their new skins, and you'll be able to rent all the previous ships that were available during the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo from kiosks at the Expo Hall. So go down, check it all out. You'll still be able to purchase things from the IAE until the 1st of December. They'll still be selling starter packages until the 6th of December. Did I say 1st of December? I meant 1st of December if I said a different date. 1st of December for until the end of the IAE when you can buy stuff, and 6th of December until they get rid of the discounted starter packages. But yeah, what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Are you going to be buying an Odyssey? Are you going to be buying another MISC ship? What did you think of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo this year? Do you think Cloud Imperium are going to be breaking records with this year's IAE? Whatever your thoughts, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. It's November, and that means, yes, you're right, it's NordVPN season. All those delicious Nords are collected together to make the finest VPN that I shill for on my channel. Not only is NordVPN delicious, but it also protects. Check out the links below to get fantastic discounts, or go to nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Do you dream of being at the controls of your spaceship in real life? Well, now you sort of can with Game Glass. It turns touchscreen devices into diegetic controllers for Star Citizen, and you can get the basic software free. Check it out in the links below. Every month we have a ship giveaway as well. This time it's for a Mercury Starrunner, a multi-crew ship that will let you do a bit of everything in-game now. Or at least most things. Lots of things in-game now. In the future it might allow you to do smuggling and data running too. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos during November. More details down below. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider clicking the join or thanks button under my videos, or even becoming a Patreon. You get some cool stuff to show that you're a true supporter of mine and Zin's art, some exclusive polls, ways of shaping the channel, some exclusive videos, all that sort of jazz too. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the verse.